For more on Chipotle's decision to finally get in on the advertising action during the Super Bowl, we're joined by Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle. Chris, it's great to have you with us. Why did you finally decide to enter the Super Bowl craze this year?
Well, I think a couple reasons. One is, the Super Bowl is certainly a widely watched event. And one of the things we know now more than ever is consumers want to know about what a brand's values are. And they want to know more about where their food comes from. And they really recognize that direct connection between what people eat and how they feel and how things taste. And so we thought it would be a great chance to talk about, what our food philosophy is. And we also wanted to draw attention to the plight of farmers, because being a farmer today has never been more difficult, even before COVID. And we're also pledging $5 million over 5 years to help young farmers get started, to really help ensure the future of farming in the United States.
Okay, so a lot of good, a lot of sustainability behind this. We know these Super Bowl ads don't come cheap, Chris, so I'm sure this was a new line item potentially in your budget for this upcoming year. But what are the sales that you expect to actually come out of this investment?
Well, I think that, one of the things we wanted this to do is we believe that the more you find out about what Chipotle is doing, the more you'll love the brand, and that will lead to sales down the road. This is definitely more of a brand play for us, but we're excited to tell these stories. And I think the more you find out about how Chipotle is different from really everybody else out there in our space, I think that sales will certainly follow that.
Now, in terms of some new items coming to the market here, obviously the newest menu innovation, the cauliflower rice, how has that been received so far?
Yeah, it's off to a fantastic start. I think consumers really like it. It's grilled, it's flavored similar to our cilantro lime white rice, but it only has 4 net grams of carbs. So it's perfect for whatever lifestyle or diet you're trying to lead. And it's done great for us so far. We're really happy with it. And, it's going to hang around for a while for sure.
Chipotlanes, of course, as something that's been rolling out during the pandemic, and I believe a positive impact to your business. How has that helped?
Yeah, no question. Look, the digital growth was where the action was in the restaurant industry even before COVID. And then obviously with everybody staying home, the digital revenue has been a salvation for us. We were at $1 billion in digital revenue in 2019. In 2020, we'll be in excess of $2.5 billion in digital revenue. The Chipotlanes, there's only around 100 of them out there so far, but we're building them as fast as we can. And that's basically, you order digitally. You can't order actually in the Chipotlane, but you order digitally, you drive through, and we'll hand you your food, within minutes. So it's super, super fast, and it really responds to the consumer need for more access, especially digital access in an environment like today.
Chris, the stock just near an all-time high. So one of the companies that has been able to successfully benefit from this pandemic. Take a look there over the past 12 months of 72%. That's probably well outperforming what we see, of course, in the S&P 500, for instance. Maybe not the NASDAQ, but close to it. When it comes to the COVID vaccine, Chipotle making headlines near the end of last year saying that it's not going to require employees to get the vaccine. But has there been any conversation, perhaps even about a marketing rollout of giving employees incentives, financial incentives like paid time off or even just checks to go out and get the vaccine?
Sure. I mean, we want everybody to do what they feel is best and is safe. And so, we're talking about a number of different ways that we can approach vaccinations. We're anxious to get the world back to normal as soon as possible. And certainly that seems like a way that'll pave the way to do it. So we're talking about a number of things, but we haven't decided on anything just yet.
Okay. Well, Chris, always good to have you with us. I'm excited to see the commercial when it officially does air during the Super Bowl. I'll be watching. Thanks again. That's Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle.